Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 things we need to eliminate from our lives in order to achieve minimalism. Minimalism is a kind of a lifestyle where we only live with things that we need, what makes us feel good, and what nurtures us in becoming better individuals in our lives. By being a minimalist, we free ourselves from unnecessary clutters that might be hindering our growth or wasting our time and space, which can be used in more productivity and more fulfilling things. By being a minimalist, we get rid of toxicity, confusion, fear, stress, anger, disappointment, and fill the space with more freedom, with more clarity, positivity, and peace. It's a kind of simple living where we live with less but we live with best. So, among the 5 things that I'm going to talk about today, the first thing that I think we should get rid of is unnecessary material possessions. Talking about material possessions, it doesn't mean we give up on everything that we have, but we keep only those items which are valuable, which are useful, and which makes us feel happy when we use it. If we have things that are broken, old, unused, and we are simply piling it up as clutters, then it's best to get rid of it and make space for items that are more meaningful, useful, and which makes us feel happy. If we are having more than one item of a same kind which serves the same purpose, then it's better to just own one of them that makes us feel good. Just to give an example, if at all we have two sports shoes, both of them help us in just one single thing, but having two of them can add into confusion as to which one to wear and when. So instead of that, it's best to have just one of them which goes with any outfit and which makes us feel happy. Even though if we might have paid a bit extra, then we feel happy when we use it and it serves its purpose. We also save a lot of space by doing it. The second thing I'm going to talk about are bad or useless habits and rituals. While becoming a minimalist, it's also best to monitor our habits and rituals. Some of the habits that we do on a regular basis may not be useful for us, and instead it could be harming us. Bad habits and obsessive habits are those which not only creates harm for us but also for those around us. I don't need to mention this, but bad habits such as smoking, drinking, drugs are however harmful and it has to be broken. But along with that, there are also other habits such as overthinking, gossiping and chatting, spending a lot of time in phone or television, cleaning something that's already clean, obsessive cleanliness, watching movie which we have already watched. Now these are a few of the habits that we are simply creating that is wasting our time and energy. Instead, we can use that time in doing more productive work, in being more creative and working on our well-being. If we are spending a lot of time on certain rituals on a regular basis that actually doesn't have any value and we are simply following just because it was being followed, then I think it's time to question ourselves whether what we are doing is really necessary or not. The third thing that I'm going to talk about today are negative thoughts and beliefs. When we want to make positive changes to our lives, the fundamental thing is, of course, our mindset. What we think is what we become. Unless we make positive changes in the way that we think, it can be difficult to expect positivity into our lives. If at all we have certain thoughts and beliefs that's hindering our growth and stopping us from becoming better person, then we have to recognize it and get rid of it and fill our minds with something more fruitful. When we think of ourselves, if we are constantly criticizing ourselves, then we end up being underachievers. It's better we concentrate more on our talents and capabilities and work towards it and be confident about it. Sometimes we simply waste our time and energy by being judgmental about others. It's better we live the way we want to live and let others live the way they want to live. It is better to put our energy into what we can control and let go of what we cannot. I used to constantly worry about what other people think of me. It took me a lot of time to learn that no matter what I do, no matter how much I try to please people, people who wants to think will always think. It's not my business to worry about what others think of me, but it's my business to worry about what I think, what are my thoughts and beliefs. Meditating more, journaling, and being mindful are some of the ways we can control our thoughts and let go of negative ones. The fourth thing I think we should get rid of is bad behavior and attitude. The most important factor that influences our attitude is our upbringing. From our birth itself, our experiences, our observation, conditioning that took place, the environment that we grew up in, the people around us, all these things will influence our attitude. As a child, we simply behave in a way we want to behave, either consciously or subconsciously. But as adults, we are able to control our behavior and we are able to judge whether our behavior is good or whether it's bad. Minimalism is a way of living a simple life. So, if at all we are having certain behaviors that is adding up a lot of stress, fear, or anger, then it's better to let go of it. Behaviors such as conflictual behaviors, aggression, being argumentative, giving unnecessary advices, complaining, criticizing. Now, these are few of the attitudes it's better to eliminate. Instead, it's better we be calm and focus more on gratitude. Spend more time in doing activities that makes us feel good. Then there is more peace in our life. The fifth thing we should get rid of is unhealthy relationships. Good relationships are extremely important for our happiness. Whether the relationship is with friends, family, partner, co worker, colleague, or even acquaintances, neighbors. If it's not healthy, then it aid us no good. It is not the people who are toxic, but it could be their behavior and their attitude towards us that may be toxic for us. If there is any relationship that's adding a lot of drama, manipulation, controlling you, giving you a lot of stress, frustration, unhappiness, fear, anxiety, or anger, even though if you have sat down and spoken to them about how it makes you feel and you have tried everything to make this relationship work, still if it is hindering your growth, not letting you to be your optimum self, then it's high time to cut off from that relationship. If you're not able to cut off from such kind of relationship, then at least it's important to mentally and physically distance ourselves from them. We keep only those relationships where we get a lot of love, where we are wanted and valued, which makes us feel happy and free. We should feel grateful for whatever we learned from those relationships which does not serve us anymore and let it go while we feel grateful for the healthy relationships that we already have in our lives and honor it. In minimalism, we focus more on goodness, blissfulness, and our well being. Minimalism cannot be achieved in a single day. It is a process that takes a lot of time and effort, but the journey itself is so beautiful and so peaceful and makes us value our lives even more. By this, I've come to the end of my video. These are the 5 things we should eliminate from our life to become a minimalist. I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye.